Hey guys, Dave here. This is Battlefield Magazine number 15. It's actually Jagdpanther Magazine number 15. It's their last issue. That apparently they decided to change the name on the last issue. It's the game inside is called Jacksonville, the Beaches of Doom. I assume they're talking about Jacksonville, Florida. It says 23rd of March 1997, the Russian invasion of the United States. So this magazine was made in October of 1976, so that was a long time ago. Let's get to the game inside. The magazine itself looks like your typical strategy and tactics type magazine. Let me read you the blurb here so you see what the game's about. Jacksonville is a military simulation game depicting combat as it may be conducted in the time period of 1997, following a major war in Europe by about 15 years. The game is intended to depict the extreme firepower and range of weapons in the postmodern period. The setting of the game is a hypothetical Soviet invasion of the southeastern United States. The game is not intended as a comment on whether or not the Soviet Union would or could do so, or that the United States would allow the world situation to arrive at this point. It is rather a representation of where the Soviets might invade, what they might bring with them, how the beach might be defended, and the type of combat that might occur on and behind the beach. Starts off talking about the units. Looks like we got aircraft who have bombardment strength, air attack strength, air defense, and a cruise missile factor. You also have ships here, which with all their corresponding stats. Tanks. This looks like some kind of armored vehicle. Another type of armored vehicle, and infantry. So it has many different types of units. And this, I guess, here shows a summary of the unit types, all the different types. Looks like you got helicopters too, naval, air. It's showing the Soviet non-mechanized units and so forth. You know, it's even got National Guard units here. And let's go to the sequence of play. Friendly airspace clearing segment. The phasing player attempts to clear the airspace over his own bases. Phase 2, aircraft allocation segment. Phase 3, air combat over enemy bases. Phase 4, helicopter recovery segment. Phase 5, cruise missile bombardment segment. Phase 6, aircraft bombardment segment. Phase 7, alternate disruption segment. 8, artillery bombardment segment. And then naval movement segment. Man, there's a lot to this game. And then ground movement and reinforcements, ground combat, air superiority, combat over beachhead, combat air patrol placement, aircraft refueling, replacement, and reinforcement. So I mean, Jesus Christ, they've even got refueling in this. Ground unit disruption recovery segment. And it looks like that's a whole sequence of play. Now it's going over the ground units, and it's got something called protection zones, ground movement bombardment, disruption landings, parachute landings, Soviet Marines, helicopters, and now it's going over talking about the air units. Air-to-air combat, combat air patrol, turn zero pre-game air operations, intruder missions, air mobile insertion, anti-aircraft, strategic air attacks, air minigame, cruise missiles, and now it's going over naval units. Inland waterway rules, naval forces desperation attack. And Soviet forces order of appearance. All right, here's Soviet victory conditions. Let's zoom in on that. Marginal victory, hold the resort cities in one airfield and have no American ground units within 5 hexas of the resort cities. Tactical victory, hold the resort cities, Ferdinanda Beach and 2 airfields, have at least one of these city hexes secured, which means no American ground units within 6 hexes. Strategic victory, hold 5 non-Jacksonville city hexes, 3 airfields, 3 industrial hexes, and 6 hexes of Jacksonville itself. One of the coastal cities must be in a secure area as above. Could they have made this any more goofy, these victory conditions? Decisive victory, hold 5 industrial hexes and 25 hexes of Jacksonville, and have the other requirements of a strategic victory as above. American victory, marginal victory, have no Russian units in the north of hex row 1301 to 1326. Tactical victory, have no Russian unit more than 5 hexes away from an all-sea ocean hex, and have artillery units within range of all town hexes occupied by Russian units. Strategic victory, destroy all but 10 Soviet ground units. Decisive victory, destroy all Soviet ground units. So, I don't have a good feeling about this game. I'll try it one day, see how it is. Actually, let me show you the map and stuff. Looks like the author's worried about silly little minutia. I mean, why not just have victory conditions where if you throw the Soviets out of North America, you win? How's that for a start? So the map looks alright for 1976. It's got Jacksonville, the city. Yeah, it's alright for 1976. Here's the resort cities they're talking about. Let's look at, it's got some charts too that came with. Anti-aircraft table, bombardment table, strategic display, base attack bombardment table, anti-ship bombardment, air-to-air combat. There's a terrain effects chart. Then an explanation of it. And how to use the table, summary, a sequence of play. Anytime you see 15 steps in a sequence of play, it kind of makes me wonder if they could have abstracted the game a little better. I mean, come on, refueling, give me a break. But let's take a look at the counters. For 1976, they look alright. That's about what counters look like back then. You got all the different unit types represented, even some airborne troops here. I'm going to assume the blue ones are the blues are the Americans and reds are the Russians. But anyhow, one day I'll try this, see how it is. I've never actually tried anything from Jagdpanther Magazine, so we'll see how it is. I just wanted to show you guys this. I got this, I bought out a guy's entire collection about 10 years ago, and that's how I ended up getting a hold of this. So anyhow, thanks for watching. If you liked the video, please click like on the video, and if you haven't done so already, please subscribe to this channel, and as always, have a good evening.